So there's many ways of getting involved. Not everybody wants to act, not everybody wants to produce or direct. Some people really want to just be a part of the Theater Guild of Ancon. So if they really want to kind of get their feet wet, I'd recommend them volunteering either as ushers to give the welcome to people, show them where the box office is, open the door, take tickets, and also help out at the bar, which is also a really great way of meeting your community, showing this is what the Theater Guild is all about. Because it's so much more than just putting on shows. It's also creating a community, creating a place where people can talk to each other, where people can think about, like what they want to do. So I would recommend definitely reach out on our social media. You can find us on Instagram, Ancon Guild. Send us a message. We always answer. We're always looking for volunteers, both backstage, on stage, to do lights, to do sound, to do any type of stuff. I mean, it really depends on what you're interested in. I have a friend of mine, she's been attending the guild for a very long time, and her daughter is just started, med school. And so she comes up to me and she says, "Hey, Hill, I want to get involved in the Theater Guild." And I'm like, "All right, awesome. Do you want to act?" And she's like, No, I'm terrible. I cannot act. I'm like, "Well, do you want to produce?" She's like, No, I'm not interested in that. I start going down the long list of things that we have at the Theater Guild. And she's like, No, not interested, not interested. I'm in my head. I'm like, what am I going to have this woman do? I know she's so capable. And so I was like, let's put her as an usher. Let's put her as an usher and see how it goes. That's like the first step into the Theater Guild. You can do ushering, and it's really simple and it's not too complicated. And she has taken over that responsibility, which I'm so grateful for, because front of the house is so important. It's the first thing that people get when they come to the Theater Guild is front of the house, is everybody who's at the bar and doing doors and Bach. She's been so wonderful at it. And it's really funny because you find what people are good at, and she took over front of the house, and she gets there and she's setting up the chairs and she's making sure that everything's happening. The bathrooms have toilet paper, the ushers are there, the bar is getting set up. So it's really cool to find her so into it, and so finding something that she's so good at, because she's very organized, she's very on top of things. If you're looking for something to do, the guild is a nice way to socialize, to hang out, and also to be a little bit involved in the arts as well. If you don't really want to be on stage, or if you don't want to direct or have so much responsibility, there's so many other things that we can definitely do. We also have a book club happening, and that was because one of our new volunteers, I like reading, and I think a lot of other people like reading. Would this be something that interests people? And that was something that came from her. And that's what we're always all about. It's like, if you have something that you want to do, if you have a suggestion, come up to us with a proposal. We'll talk about it on the board of directors. And usually if it's a good proposal, and if it's not something that's super out of this world, we need $5,000, we can usually fund it. We can usually help people out with that. It's all about having suggestions. It's all about having the tools, the resources to be like, what, I want to make this happen. And if you can get a couple of people, to rally behind you, you can usually get it done at the Theater Guild of Ancon. And it's a space, and we want to be more involved with the community. We want the community to come up to us and do more things, and to be like, hey, let's do this. Let's have an outdoor concert in summertime. If you come up to us with the resources and the ideas, we might be able to make that happen.